70% of them are saying, I'm worried. I'm really worried about what I'm consuming, how it's produced, but only 30% actually feel that they can do something about it. The levers for change are many. There is no simple single one at the moment. I think the biggest lever for change is actually going to be what happens behind the scenes. It will become harder and harder to run the food value chains as we've grown up with them over the last 30, 40 years in a climate-disrupted world. Pure and simple. So we've already got, despite the media reporting, most of the food industry is running on wafer-thin margins. It's running on fumes. It's worked flat out through Brexit, the pandemic, cost of living crisis to hold things together. I applaud it. I've been in it. I've seen how hard people work. But it's getting harder and harder. We've seen the droughts in Spain. We've seen the impact of heat on crop yields last summer in Europe and across the UK. We're going to find that we just have to get off our backsides and respond. Now, I just want to sort of touch into the customer bit because there's CSRD from the EU in terms of reporting, lots of other things which we haven't got time to talk about. Let's talk about the customer. I've always believed there are 4 segments of customer interest in this space, and you've come out with some great work recently. 10% of people passionately green would be sat in this audience now and sharing their point of view and understanding what we're talking about. 20% of people not engaged, mainly driven by poverty and income, despite a relatively small number of vested interests, rich voices saying, not a problem, it's mainly driven by poverty. 2 groups in the middle determine this. 35% of people like green consumers. They want great food, great experiences, great holidays, great cars. They want to be fundamentally less impactful, but not at an on-cost or a sacrifice, we know that. And 35% of people are utterly driven by locality. They were born in Bradford as I was, live in Bradford, die in Bradford. What are you doing for Bradford before you tell me about the Amazon and the Arctic? And I think we've got to find a way of connecting people much more back to the locality of where food is produced, and we talk about provenance, etc. But we live in this global food system where everything just seems to appear on a supermarket shelf. So to me, that is emerging. My final point on this one, when you talk to that base of people out there that consume food, 70% of them are saying, I'm worried. I'm really worried about what I'm consuming, how it's produced, but only 30% actually feel that they can do something about it. It is the biggest untapped customer need in history, that gap between I want to do it, but I can't. And the businesses that close that gap, great, delicious food at a great price, healthy food that's also good for nature and for me, they're the ones that win in the future.
Thanks for watching that clip. If you'd like to see the full interview, just click here. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you'd like to join us live in the newsroom, head to tortoisemedia.com/book.